So we're going to go through some maps. Many of these are Berlin, but it shows you how cities, these are real cities, and there's a lot of interesting elements, the way the canals are done and the way the roads are done. Obviously, this is not amazing, that particular one. This one I think is interesting. It could be potentially used as a map. This one is has some interesting elements. And this is not to mean that this should be the map, but to use it to get ideas for how maps can be designed for video games. And they don't all have to be symmetrical. You see, this has some interesting elements. Tank destroyers can snipe across here. This is the monastery where you can go pray. There's one main bridge, and make the minor bridge where it's difficult to get there so that the tanks that want to do that have to be fast, have an advantage if they have speed, and they have to fight their way across. This is interesting. I think it's an interesting layout, the way they have, this is actually making me interested in visiting Berlin. You can see it says Google IT. I was in Italy at the time. It has this field area here and a field area here and the river going through many bridges. We don't have to have the designs the way they're done now. There's a lot of different things that you could do in map design. This one I chose because it has a field area and it has a town area. This one has a central island. This one is like a central. Is this Central Park? It looks like Central Park. Yeah, that's got to be Central Park. I'll show you where I used to live. I lived, I believe, on 83rd Street, but I really don't remember. Or maybe one of my friends. I lived in the 70s. I think my friends lived on 83rd. Hard to remember. This is interesting. I mean, I think you could make a cool map out of this. So there's a lot of, these are all real cities. If you want to, the point that I was making with this is if you want to look at real cities to try to do map design, very difficult. It's not easy at all. Very difficult to find something to play a game on. I actually kind of like this. I mean, you're going to make the neighborhoods easier over here, but you see you're going to have an easy bridge to cross, a more difficult bridge to cross. You want one to be easy, one to be medium, one to be hard. And then the more skilled players are going to go through one way, the beginners are going to go through another way. I'm sorry, the Unicums are going to go through the way that's easy to cross, etc. That is what adds to the game.